Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're getting another look here at Chainlink. Again, this is one of our daily analysis here. Just going to double check to see if it were to pull back, how much further it could go. We're also going to look at the backend data here as well with some liquidation levels and just kind of see, generally speaking, what that might look like. So if you are new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. Hope you can learn something here today. Quick congrats to our community members here for some fantastic profit. We actually took a short with Injective, 64%. And a Chainlink, what do you know, 29% short there as well, to offset our short for Ethereum that hit its stop loss. And keep in mind, if you're curious about why the stop loss was hit there, or just in general why ETH pumps so hard, we did see BlackRock register a spot ETF, ETF. You could actually say that, and it would be grammatically correct. Anyways, this is available on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord if you're curious. But again, congrats to our community members again for Gala Long 153, Ethereum Classic 50, Shiv 50%, Luna 85%. So some cool trades that came through here. Really nice. I was sleeping through most of that, so it's really cool to see all that stuff trigger. Thank you, Cornix, for just an awesome trading bot for our community. Okay. Oh, sorry. One last thing about our community. Be sure to check this out. First come, first serve. We're looking at up until November 20th, a Blofin exchange, no KYC, no VPN. Be sure to check them out. They're actually a really cool exchange. They give you a trial fund to kind of see if you like it. Be sure to check that out. Let me know if your thoughts there. Again, I'm just trying to bring more exchanges to our community because US and Canadian members have a lot of them, and we like to make sure to have some options for you guys. Okay, so Chainlink here. Let's go ahead and look at the daily and work our way down. Let's go ahead and acknowledge a few key factors, right? And the obvious factor here to me is that we are overextended, but also not. And what I mean by that is we're technically at a 7 here on TD sequential. We've seen about 7 days of continuation, and we've hit this resistance level, having some difficulty getting past it. Obviously, we came above it and we were blasting through it last night, but the Bitcoin correction here from 38,000 to 35,600 did a number on a lot of coins. So keep in mind, from top to bottom, in roughly about an hour, most altcoins surged down by about 10 to 15%, and Link is no exception. Okay, so the key takeaway here is how well it does soon when Bitcoin is struggling right now. Because if Bitcoin does drop below 36,000, I think we're going to see a lot of altcoins suffer. We're already starting to see that right now. It's funny, this was a sea of green roughly 2 hours ago when the market was hitting, it was at 38,000 for Bitcoin. A couple hours later, Bitcoin has a bad day, back down to 36.4. If that level doesn't hold, we will see some alts start to suffer. And what I mean by that, if you're not familiar, I talk about this all the time. I apologize if I'm a broken record. Bitcoin dominance is up. Bitcoin price is now down. We're starting to see altcoins dump. It's a very common characteristic. So I get the question a lot, hey, why are alts dumping right now? Well, it's that Bitcoin dominance scenario there. So just something to be mindful of. So that's the daily rather. Let's take a look at the 4 hour quickly here. Just a note, just before we do, money flow index is still high. Price action is staying the same. I don't think we're going to see a massive correction from Chainlink. I did enter that short trade last night after it pumped up to $15, mainly because I felt it was going to pull back. And unfortunately, Bitcoin surged right after that, sending it higher. But we saw that correction to get our take profit target. So I still think we're going to see a bit of a downside from Chainlink, but it might just come depending on how Bitcoin behaves. Either way, stochastic RSI, money flow index, those are all high right now. That's a positive sign, but it is due for a correction in the soon to near future. The reason why I say that is because we've hit 2 nines on TD sequential in a row. That is 72 hours of continuation. Typically, you'll see 3 white soldiers, in other words, 3 strong green days in a row. That's 72 hours of continuation. And then the fourth day is red. So we already could be in that red day right now with that little candle wick. But part of me feels like we're going to see the price continue to bleed out, mainly because we're massively overextended on the larger time frame, but also because we're starting to see some money flowing out of the coin, stochastics coming down. This is actually a comfortable place to be between 50 and 70. Don't get me wrong, it's not bearish at all. And in fact, the volume is still high. So as the volume stays high, we're going to be just fine. But my speculation is that the Bitcoin dominance equation with Bitcoin coming down, if Bitcoin does break below 36,000, all hell is going to break loose with most altcoins. So just please be mindful, be ready for that. It's a very strong consideration to just be aware of what's going on in the back end there. Speaking of back end, let's go ahead and talk about this here. I pulled up the liquidation levels for the last month of Chainlink. We can see here, pretty clear as day, there's a massive amount of accumulation there at about $10.20. Okay, so the price does come down to that level. We're going to have some problems. There's always a lot of volume just below or just above that range. Okay, The main reason why is because folks will put their stop loss below key level supports, and oftentimes liquidation levels are right below that too. Okay, so we can see a lot of liquidation occurred recently, roughly within the last week, back at $12. So $12 was a previous area, but I'll put this on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord so you can kind of see it later if you're curious. But those liquidation heat maps are quite interesting to see, just so we can kind of see those focal points. And as I said, $10 is that range. This is roughly where all the liquidations occurred, and look at how much volume we have just above it. No surprise, very common thing. That should work as a support if the price pulls back. Okay. Speaking of pullback, if there is one, let's just quickly note here based on recent fibs that we could see the price action back down as low as 13.30 or 12.65. Coincidentally, this is right here where our second profit target is at. So if the price does wick down there, we'll take some more profits on our short position. So again, I still feel confident and comfortable with the way we have the trade set up to leave our short position open because we were able to average our price up on the way up. Okay. So again, we're good, folks. Do not hesitate to adjust that if you see fit, but I personally think we're going to be fine. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about liquidity. There is no massive amounts of liquidity just yet here in the upper levels. No major fair value gap. There is one at about $11 to $12 range as a close approximate. So be mindful if we do end up losing that 0.618 support level, price could pull back a little bit further to fill that and to possibly even sweep this $10 range. I think it's less likely, but it could happen based on, again, whale shenanigans. We see Bitcoin at low 30,000. I think we're going to be seeing something along these lines too. Hourly time frame. Let's go ahead and talk about this here just quickly, and we'll call it a day. It's really simple. We're just going to take a quick look at the cloud. Most clouds are looking like this here. So the Ichimoku cloud is a good confirmational sign to let you know that either take a long, take a short, close a long. Right now, it's telling us we should have closed our long position a while ago, right? Roughly 3 hours ago when Bitcoin was hitting its top. It also tells us that lagging spans intersecting with the price action do not take a long position. In fact, you should trim your long position or close it. We also have some support here, keep in mind. So the price action does close above. I'm looking for a close above $15 today. If so, that would be a bullish continuation sign. If not, we need to recognize that there's a decent chance the price travels within the cloud and drops below. We get a closure today in the 1450 or lower range, then we're going to be likely looking for further downside. So all the more reason to leave the short position open with our link trade that we have. Okay, I'm confident we're going to hit at least 1 or 2 more targets based on what we're seeing overall in the market, not because this coin is bad. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. Because again, it's funny, sometimes some people will comment and think that I'm hating on a coin because I'm just telling you the obvious, when that's not happening at all. This is just strictly a simple situation. The technical analysis tells us the price is more likely to correct itself than it is to increase. Okay, just be mindful of that. All right. So try to just approach every coin with an open mind, and do not attach yourself to a long-term bias. If you're stuck on stupid with just this coin is going to the moon, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunity, and you're going to never take profits. Take profits when you can. Only profitable traders actually do that. Don't be following folks that are posting these results of amazing trades that they haven't closed their position yet. it's humorous to me as to how many times people do that. They take 20 screenshots to get the perfect shot, and then they post that and show how amazing they are as a trader. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. Conversation for another day. Thanks again for your support. I know a lot of my followers are loving and appreciating the realism, and I like to shoot you straight. That's just kind of how it goes. Trading is a business. It's not gambling. Okay, so treat it like a business, and you'll be successful. All right, thanks again. Looking forward to work with you. Jumping over to our Crypto Cash Premium group. We have limited slots available, and of course, also if you want to, again, check this exchange out. We do have a partnership with them here, just kind of trying to help them grow. We're looking at November 20th as a potential deadline for this this benefit, I guess you could say, a promotion. And they're a good exchange, but mainly just want to be able to provide no KYC, no VPN options to my US and Canadian members. So you'll be seeing me supporting a lot more exchanges that are legitimate and in those areas that we don't need to really worry too much about. All right, that's kind of the case. Thanks again so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. See you in the next one. Take care.